All right. Next on the list of things you are supposed to draw some sort of box. And I don't have a box because I don't know why I don't have a box, but I don't. I do have, however, this object, which is meant to put your drinks on so that they don't sweat all over the table. Yay! Soda. Drink some water. Don't drink soda. Soda's bad for you. However, this object shows you the same idea of a box. Okay, so notice how, right, the top is white. Okay, because light in my kitchen is really, really aggressive, the top of this box is very, very, very white. Okay, but if I turn it a little bit, you can see this side of the box, right? If I get something there to kind of show you where the edge of it is, has a mid-tone that happens on it. Okay, and then this edge of the box, farthest away from the light, has a very, very dark edge. Okay, it's harder to see in the video because it doesn't pick up things as nicely, but that's just how it goes. Also notice on the table, there is a shadow that happens right underneath there, right? Lost my pencil, there it is, sitting on it, awesome. There is a shadow that happens here that is very, very, very dark. Okay, all the way around the object, there's that shadow because it cuts under, and I can stick stuff under there. But also on the table, there is this highlight because this is so bright that the light bounces off of it and hits my black table, and the black table says, ah, light. Okay, that's what's happening there. However, if I put it back over here on this other piece of white paper, right, okay, you can see top is very, very light. The side is kind of a mid-range, okay, and this side is darker. These two are pretty similar, and it's hard to see the difference. The only reason that I can see it faster is because my eye has been trained to see it for a longer period of time than yours. Okay, you'll notice that right here, it's very light, actually. It's almost the lightest right here on the edge, because that edge is actually at an angle like this. It's not flat like the top of the object or sideways like this. It's that kind of a funky angle that hits the light better. Okay, but there is a cast shadow. It's very small because the light happens to be right above the object. But if my light was coming this way, right, and hitting the object like this, the cast shadow would be over here farther. Okay, and we can kind of see that if we pop it up. The cast shadow gets bigger if we change the angle of the object. That's what I'm looking for, those things. The top, or whichever side that's getting light on your box, is the brightest. You have one side that's a mid-tone, okay, and one side that is the darkest, with this lovely little cast shadow that happens underneath it. So here's what we're going to do to show you what that might look like in your lovely sketchbook, right? We already did this one where you have light to dark stepped. Now we're going to do, we did the gradual one where you do light to dark gradual. And then you have this object, right? We did circles. Now we're going to do a square or rectangle or some boxy kind of object. So start off, right, with a box. The way that we did that, okay, when we did graffiti, I showed you how to do that, right, to make it look like it has depth. So you come in on all of the sides and put a line that is parallel. This line is parallel to this line is parallel to that line. There would be one here, but it goes through the object and we don't need it then. Okay, then in order to connect this, right, this line is parallel with this one, and the line on the back here is parallel with this line on the front. And then we have a lovely little box that sits on the ground. I am going to put my